I wanted to talk quickly about some of my predictions and expectations and maybe hopes for Heidal Ball here, the 22nd, in very soon. And one of the things that ProLaBiz has talked about, has mentioned himself, is the gearing, right? So that's what I'm going to talk about here in this video. My expectations and what I hope to see. So a bit of context. The last 2.5 years, ProLaBiz has slowed down progression. They said it themselves in the Dev Talk videos on the channel if you want to see it. We kind of expected it. We've been talking about this for years as well, that progression at endgame has been very slow, only adding like 1, maybe 2 items a year at times. A Debo here, 1 Fallen Guard piece, like 1 Black Star weapons also. For at least 2.5 years, ProLaBiz have wanted people to get over the 700 gear score, wanted to slow down the top, and bring people up, right? So a lot of speed up mechanics have been added, increased Debos. Debos are now sitting on the marketplace. You don't have to spend 300 hours grinding for one. You can literally buy them now at pin Debos. Tits down to 45 billion silver in some cases. So this means that a lot of people gained a lot of gear over the last 2.5 years. I have some friends that used to be like 100 gear score below me, and now literally same gear as me over these last couple of years. So why does this matter? Well, it matters because the amount of people that are in the top end of gearing now is the biggest it's ever been. And historically, we've had a different approach to gearing in BDO, and we've had different phases, as I like to call them. So here, this is what I would call the phase 1. This is when the game came out, right? And in here, you had the game coming out, and it was plus 15 gear, right? It was like basically free. Everyone could go out. You could just grind. You could play. You could level up. Plus 15 gear was the max. People using green gear. You had your Leverto. Saka was there as well, but that was about it, right? It was almost impossible getting boss gear, but plus 15 gear, right? Then a while later, they added the next phase of gear, and this is why, like, when I'm talking about these phases, it's like a huge new tier. Like, they're opening up the floodgates, so much to work on across the board, and not just like one item to enhance or work on, like when Debo has been released, but like a full set of gear across the board, armors, accessories, and all. So after this, we had the phase 2, right? And this was when they added pin gear. They allowed you to enhance up to pin. So this was like pry to pin, and it took years for people to even get pins, right? This was like a huge step up. And again, across the board with all of this. In the expansion, I believe this was around like the Medaya time. I'm fairly sure this was before Valencia, which brings us to what I would like to call phase 3 in terms of gearing, was whenever the Valencia expansion came out, right? And now here they are adding the yellow accessories. We only had Ogring before this, but now we got like crescents. So before, the best gear was witches earrings, mark of shadows, people using bearers necklaces, blue belt, right? The tree spirit belt was like the big one people trying to grind for, and all that. And here they're adding the yellow accessories in Valencia. You got crescents, Bassi, Kadri, nobody used that, right? Tongred earrings, etc, etc. And again, as you're seeing, like, they're adding a ton of stuff, a ton of like options right away. You can just dive into it. You're looking to upgrade the gear across the board. Lots of items to work on, and not just like, oh, this new item, I need to get that to pin, and then I'm now at the hard cap, right? And we move on in the history, and next up with the what I'd like to call phase 4, which was again like a huge one. At this point here, they added the Kafras, right? Kafras C20s was added. Again, across the board, there was like a few items in there as well, with some like yellow accuracy accessories, and later on, and you had like the the release in Camasylvia and all of these kind of things, right? So you had the Cafe C20, which again, huge power spike from boss gear pin to now C20s and all, right? You also had like the rest of the boss gear, like the evasion gear, boss evasion, etc., right? Phase 4, and that brings us now to the Phase 5, which is the one that's been ongoing forever. So this is where they started to really slow it down. They added Black Star weapons, Fallen Guard armors, and Debo accessories. This is when like this became the best build, right? This is the items that are now still the hard camp. They started rolling them out one at a time. One Black Star weapon, then a second Black Star, the Debo neck, next year over the Debo belt. So this is something Phase 5 has been taking years. And if you're looking at, again, like what is the hard cap level? Well, this is when they started rolling out a single piece at a time. And we are at the end here. They are all out. We have everything. And PA did say in the Dev Talk interview that they were planning a lot of things. This one here is the odd one out, right? This one is the only of the phases that has worked differently and being slow. These, whenever they were released, was just one patch and the floodgates were open. Now, Prolobis has talked about Heidal Ball. I am expecting that with Heidal Ball, we are going to get the start of Phase 6. And this could mean red accessories. And we know Fallen Guard weapons, right? We could also see something like yellow light stones. Orange artifacts. We already have Kabur, probably more. But in general, like an entire new tier of gear. And the big question for me is, are they going to release this like the previous phases, where they're going to drop all of it and basically just open up a new tier of gear across the board and let people work on the stuff they want to work on? Or are they going to slowly drip it out like they have in Phase 5? And my guess is it'll probably be similar to the old phases because of what they said in the Dev Talk, link in the description. And they addressed the Phase 5 in that Dev Talk and said that this was something they had been doing, that had been slowing down progression. They had been slowly adding items over time to make people catch up. And they were now ready to release a lot of new things. It's something I know a lot of people missed in the Dev Talk. But I'm expecting we're going to see some huge progression things being added at Heidal Ball here the 22nd. And I'm excited for it, looking forward to it. And I'm curious what you guys think. Are they just going to drip it out like they've always done? Well, not always. They're done with Phase 5. Are they going back to how they used to do it? And people caught up now. They're ready for the new expansion, the new tier. And just let everyone go at it like crazy. I'm looking forward to finding out at least. Let me know what you guys think. I'll see you all in the next one.